The story starts out at a plain and simple cafe at the city limits. We see a man opening a door and going into a cafe. The boy is named Mahiro and he greeted a lady named Suzukawa. And after greeting back, she praised him for always arriving early. While looking a little embarrassed, Mahiro smiled and told Suzukawa that he's nothing compared to her and that he's always wanted to work with her. With a blushed face, she told him that working with her is not a big deal, since she's just doing what she likes. Mahiro offered to help her out, so Suzukawa asked him to clean the floor and said she would be counting on him today as well. He said he would get to work and excused himself. While walking away he spoke, trying to convince himself that he didn't start working there just to get closer to her. Behind him, a woman approached with gleaming eyes. The woman's name is Kiro. Kiro held onto him and whispered into his ear, asking him if he's as enthusiastic as always. Surprised, he immediately created some distance and asked her when she approached. While covering her mouth, she asked mischievously if he has a crush on Suzukawa. While stammering, he immediately told her that she was misunderstanding. Kiro told Mahiro that there were some boys who were trying to flirt with Suzukawa, but since she's misunderstanding, then it has nothing to do with him. He freaked out and asked her for the details. Still looking mischievous, she told him she was just kidding and asked him if he is interested in her setting both of them up. He blushed and asked her to stop teasing him before running off to continue his work, so she asked him to do his best and went on her way. While working, he politely asked Suzukawa to take the orders because he was busy. While she was a little exhausted, she agreed and went to do it, but wobbled before finally fainting on the way. At an apartment, we see Mahiro standing in front of a door and telling himself that he really came. In a flashback, we see that Kiro, with an excited expression, convinced him to go visit Suzukawa because she thought she would love it. Back to the present, he thought that even though Kiro said all that, showing up unannounced seemed rude, so he decided to just leave his gift on the doorknob and leave. But then the door suddenly opened and hit him, so he ended up falling. Looking up, he saw Suzukawa looking at him. She apologized and invited him in. In her house, she offered Mahiro a seat and asked him to give her a minute. Then she went to a mirror and arranged herself, all the while quietly complaining that Kiro should have told her if she knew Mahiro was coming over. Meanwhile, Mahiro thought that even though he likes how she usually dresses, seeing her in pajamas is still nice, so he's glad he came over. After she was done with that, she apologized to Mahiro because even though he came to visit her, he met her unkempt. He told her not to worry about it. After sitting down, Suzukawa asked Mahiro if anything was wrong as he was spacing out. Flustered, he turned away and said it's because it's his first time in her room. But my boy noticed she wasn't wearing a bra. Laughing, she told him not to get tense.
She told him that it's her first time collapsing from a fever and said she feels at ease because he's with her. Filled with passion, Mahiro asked her if there's anything he can do for her. So she took off the top of her dress, just enough to expose her back. Making both of them blush, then she asked him to please wipe her back since she's been sweating. Taking a towel, he got straight to work. After wiping for a while, he looked away and tried to convince himself that he's just nursing someone who's sick so he shouldn't feel aroused. Unfortunately for him though, his hands were honest and somehow made their way from her back to her melons, which were in front. After noticing what happened, he apologized to her and said it wasn't on purpose. But Suzukawa looked at Mahiro, then simply pulled him towards her and kissed him. When he asked why, she said he isn't the only one who's been holding back. She then apologized because he might get her cold. Then continued kissing him, and after his joystick got ready for action, they did it. The following day, Suzukawa greeted Mahiro and offered him a cup of tea. He thanked her, then asked her how she's feeling. She said her fever went down because of his care. He said he was glad, then sneezed. So she kissed him on his forehead and said it's her turn to take care of him.
The name of this doujin is A Lovesick Maiden, Koi no YAMAI.